Hi, so I'm George, I'm CEO of LectureSense, and I want to introduce you to Sam. So Sam is a student at university, and he's in a lecture with about 99 other students, but he doesn't understand something he's just been taught by the lecturer, and he's not confident enough to hold his hand up and discuss this issue in front of all of his peers in a lecture hall. Little does he know that 50 of his peers feel the exact same way because it, in fact, wasn't actually explained very well to them, but none of them can communicate. So what they need is a way of communicating between student and lecturer in a discrete way in which they can bring up their issue and resolve it in real time. So we went into UEA and we surveyed several different students, and we saw from this that 93% of respondents bring an electronic device to lectures, and 84% would like some form of interactive feedback system during. We also spoke to the student union, who think that that software like this is a necessity for mid-module reviewing, which they're really plugging at the moment. And so a mid-module review is where you take a module and you assess student satisfaction mid-term to then see how they're understanding and how they're learning before it's too late for them to correct any mistakes made. And they also emphasized how the software must be effortless to use because people simply don't have time to use a complicated system with polls. So why can we solve this issue? Well, our team was formed solely of teachers and students. So we understand this issue on a daily basis. It frustrates us. We see the issues with the feedback system. So we created LectureSense. LectureSense provides a live feedback form for students where they can input any issue they have during the lecture, they can rate the lecture, and they can answer any polls that the lecturer puts out to them. So then the lecturer can gain an understanding of how people are learning. So in the lecture room, they can monitor attendance, they can monitor understanding of pupils, and they can also send out either a set list of questions that can be put towards statistics, or they can just enter their own poll. So this is how we've solved the feedback issue. But how is this in any way helpful to the university as an institution itself? So universities directly benefit from happy students, happy staff, and better ratings. It's vital that a university gets a very good student satisfaction rating for its position on the polls and on position in league tables. So within our statistics page, we compile all the data we get from the lectures, from the overall ratings and from the different polls set by lecturers to gauge an understanding of student satisfaction and see how people are learning and where they're learning and what's better. So from this, the university can gain a more accurate prediction of what's going on within the university at lecturer level and at student level, and they can also gain a better understanding of where they're going to be on the National Student Survey at the end of the year. Furthering this, we have 2 lecturers from UEA that will be using this system from the next semester onwards in 2 of their modules because they believe that this will enhance the learning in their classroom. The market for this is huge. There are currently 154 unis in the UK. And beyond this, we can expand into the conferencing market, where there are 1.2 million business meetings a year. The possibilities are endless. So let's talk money. We intend to roll out this software with a 6-month trial period of deferred payment, where the university can gather their statistics through those 6 months, see if it's useful to them, see if they like the system, see if students use it, see if lecturers will use it. And then after this, they pay a £10,000 fee yearly for 1 year of this data. And if that works out roughly 50p per student in a university. So what we're asking for is £40,000 for development to move this from a beta stage into production. And we're also looking for your contacts. We're looking for people within EdTech, because we are an educational technology company. We are LectureSense, making sense of student feedback.
Good stuff. Well done. Question from the judges.
Okay, I think one thing that worries us is scalability of the product. So is it something that you're going to make cloud-based? Because obviously that is an issue with universities, so it needs to be on premises. How are you going to, if you're giving it away for six months for free, how are you going to commercialize it, in that way when you're breaking it down between different versions, and how are you going to maintain different version types with only £10,000 a year when you're doing custom integrations to different platforms and you've got a lot of on-premises different solutions? Do you think you've underboard that?
So the £10,000 is their subscription fee for the system being maintained throughout the year. However, they would pay for installation and integration when it's first installed. We plan to host this entirely locally because of the sensitivity of data. So all the university needs is a server that can be accessed by students on the Wi-Fi from their devices and from a lecturer from a desktop machine. Good.
So what you're saying is the 10,000 is merely the maintenance fee. There is other fees for installation and support and training and bespoke depending on the type of installation.
Yeah, and we can do different manipulations of data for different fees.
Great. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. Good stuff.